Hey guys, my name is Colt Takuma. I'm the president of Eden Empire. I'm excited to tell you guys about what we have going on in our business. Our brand Eden started about 10 years ago in the medical cannabis industry. We're focused on a lot of people dealing with cancers, diseases, opiates, addictions, and stuff like that. It put us on the forefront of actually being engaging with the client and getting to know them over 10 years. A lot of the new companies that are coming out like to focus on the new user. Anybody who's smoked cannabis has always had access to it. Regardless of the rules, maybe in some jurisdictions where the penalties were much higher, probably had less consumption, but there's always been cannabis users. So it's not necessarily that you want to focus on the new user. You want to focus on the user that was coming over from potentially the black market into the new legal framework. And those are the clients that you want to focus on. In the last year for Eden, we have a bunch of locations. We went through an approval process, and we're entering into the revenue part of our business now. What has happened along that time, though, is we recognize that our expertise in the operations is our big advantage. So what we've developed for our forward-looking model is a franchise model. So we have a fully built-out system to empower local stakeholders to really secure a piece of the pie. So what you see right now in the market is a lot of people have places for sale. Where we plan to come in as somebody potentially from real estate, alcohol, or a different industry that isn't related to cannabis, who potentially got a license. Eden would come and layer on top of that and give them success in the form of training, curation, supply agreements, and those sort of things to really help them get the most out of this industry where they thought maybe they wouldn't have an advantage before. They can now get powered by Eden. On the franchise side of it, we've entered into a partnership agreement. We have a point man down in Michigan right now who's acquiring clients for us. So we have a location down in Michigan ourselves right now, which will be pointed out as a flagship location for Eden. Outside of that, moving forward, we're going to be focused on the franchise model. For us to get our brand out there and get the footprint as big as possible and as quick as possible, the franchise model is the best for us. And we have the expertise to the full model built out already. So it's to our advantage to hit that market now while it's still fresh. As people come to the table, one of the exciting things that we're doing to redefine the industry is streamlining the software. So we have a proprietary tech stack that's being developed right now that is going to put all of our franchisees at a big advantage by combining 3 or 4 of the software programs that are currently used in cannabis that are disconnected. And they create for a bit of a rocky environment when it comes to using your technology and software to get the most out of your business. So this is like one of the advantages that Eden brings to the table from the history we have in the industry, is we know these shortcomings and we're here to provide solutions and fix that for our franchisees. So in the near future here, we got a bunch of exciting news coming out, shoring up some franchise agreements throughout Michigan, which we're super excited about because that market's just pumping right now. And there's been some opportunities that we've been following in cannabis in Germany right now as they got legalization on the horizon. There's some talks coming down the pipeline there, and that's a place where Eden could be really successful, especially in a place like Berlin. Our brand will connect big time. And because Germany has had a black market, but it isn't the same as the West Coast, we can bring them huge advantages from being so far ahead in the industry. So anybody who's going to come to the table there and put us in a position to work with them, we're going to see massive revenues come out of that place. Currently in Germany, it's about 12 euros per gram. So you're not going to see the same issues potentially that the black market was flexing on other markets. So it's going to be wide open, and yeah, where the powered by Eden advantage comes in there, it's big.